Well, I've just used the same approach now to uh, replicate the curtain walls right across the front here. I was going to use a mirror after I did one of these to mirror it round, but they're slightly different um, lengths of wall, and I found it was just better to start again and do it again rather than try and mirror it and then readjust. The other thing that I might not have mentioned when we left in the last video, but we've mentioned it before, is when you edit the curtain walls, you can select the panels at the top and you can change those panels to distinct panels rather than main panels. I'll just get out of that. Now, the next thing I wanted to describe to you is what you might do if you want to put the time in to tidy up this last missing little bit of framing element on each of them. But I have found at the moment it is a little bit problematical. You've got to fiddle with it a fair bit to get it right. Would be nice if Archicad, in doing the solid element operator, would have seen that cut edge as a boundary and then placed a boundary frame along there. But it doesn't seem to have done that for us. So I'll show you what I mean. Now, I'll just to make it clearer, I'll hide this layer. Hide layer. So the concrete tilt-up wall is gone. And then I can remark this, which is the best one to do it to, maybe this one up the back here. So what you can do is you can go into that concrete tilt-up wall, that curtain wall, and edit it. And then once you're in that editing arrangement that we've been in so far to turn things off and give them zero thicknesses and whatnot, you can also use the curtain wall tools up here. And the curtain wall frame tool will let you put in a new framing element. So you can change its geometry here to match what we've been doing so far. You won't be able to change this dimension to 150 because this dimension is 200. So you need to change this one down to the 100 first that we have been using, and then you can change this one to 150. Everything else is alright except maybe the material. Well, we haven't bothered too much with the materials that we've used so far, but anyway, we'll drop that down. It wouldn't be stainless steel, it would be more like metal aluminium. It'd probably have actually a colour finish to it, a powder coated colour finish to it. Let's leave it at metal aluminium for the moment until you decide a colour scheme towards the end of your documentation bit. When you're ready to do a bit of visualisation, you'll make sure you've got your colour scheme set up. But then when you've got that frame ready to go in, this curtain wall frame ready to go in, you can place new frames wherever you like. For example, I haven't found this terribly successful so far in picking the places we want to go to, but I've just placed a frame from somewhere along this invisible edge up here. You see when I highlight it, through there. And I think I'll delete that one. I'll show you maybe curtain wall frame tool. All the settings are the same. If I come down here and try and pick somewhere along here, oh, it's done it for me this time. That worked. That's good. And somewhere up there. So you can see I have placed a frame tool that's going to now have to be readjusted. So you can click on it, it puts it into different segments though, however, and it's just a matter then, I suppose, if you really want to, of readjusting the ends of these segments. Like I suppose that end point there, we want to come down to this end here. But you've got to get it to snap to the end, and it doesn't seem to really want to do that. That one maybe has done what I was after, and then this one here needs to come in across further, and you can just keep playing with those until you've got those framing elements back in place. But it does take a little bit of fiddling around to get rid of all these little inaccuracies that I've got floating around here at the moment. They won't delete, they don't seem to want to delete, so you've got to continually pick them up and place them into new places until you get everything lying right on top of each other and right in the right location. Like for example this little bit here, if I work from this end, we'll want to pick that guy up and place it round about here, something like that, and you just keep working that until you think you've got these frames right. But an optional for us at this stage, I think. I wouldn't be too worried about getting this perfect. It will take you a little bit of effort. Like I say, from a visualization and even a 1:100 elevation documentation point of view, an extra just line might be easier to achieve than trying to model this shape. Without those in, we'll just cancel that out and discard changes. As you can see, without those in, it's not a bad model as it is. It's just missing that one element, which in elevation view, if you needed to show it, you could show up with just line work. By the time you turn everything else back on, layers back on down the bottom here, try and unlock all maybe, you can see from a visualization point of view it's nicely closed. So that's probably about as far as I would take that at the moment. I'm just going to stop the video there.